Ooh, yeah. Come on, boys. Play me something worth sipping to. Here we go now. All right. Welcome to American Whiskey, where we talk about two of my favorite things, America and whiskey. So grab a glass, grab some ice, drink it neat, drink it however the hell you want. Sit back, relax, and let's talk about where the hell this country's headed. Yeah. Cheers. All right now. That's enough, boys. All right, let's talk. Welcome back to American Whiskey here in Off the Wall Studios. As always, we love that you're here. We love that you're alive, and we're loving that you can hear, I guess. As always, I'm your favorite big fat boy host in the whole entire world, Big Sturge. Over on the other side of the studio, as always, we got the Justice League.
Nice to be here again tonight, guys.
We got our favorite storyteller ever, Uncle Joey.
Hey.
And of course, we got A-Cobb in the house.
A-Cobb.
What's up, everybody?
That sticks. That's sticking. I've just now decided that name is now sticking for Austin A-Cobb. So welcome back, guys. Whatever you do right now, stop. Because it's Monday night and everyone hates Mondays. Grab a beer, grab a drink, grab a whiskey, grab a glass, grab whatever it is you're sipping on. Sit back, relax, join American Whiskey, and let us take you through the rest of your nights. And let's go. I was waiting for an Uncle Joey thing.
Oh, sorry. Let's go. Now look at this light thing.
And here we go. Welcome back, guys. It's been a while since the four of us have been in the studio. Big Sturge, Justice League, Uncle Joey, and A-Cobb, also known as Austin, is in the house. I appreciate you boys for coming in on an episode tonight.
I'm happy to be here, sir.
It's always nice to do one on a Monday.
Uncle Joey, how you feeling?
Fantastic.
You're looking great as always.
Thank you, sir. So do you.
Thanks, man. I feel good. Anytime I'm on here with the guys, man, it's always a good time. You know what I mean? So there's nothing to be sad about.
Everybody have a good weekend?
Yeah, it's like I can't even. Here's how old. It's either I'm getting old, tired, or both. I don't remember what we did.
Man, that means you had fun. That means you were so busy.
Yeah. We hung out with some friends one night, and then
you had a nice podcast Friday night.
Friday night was good. We had Sean Rigsby on. That was a good time.
That was a good
Shout out Sean Rigsby, Master Distiller. Great episode. I listened to it when I got home from my adventure.
And
sorry I couldn't be here.
Dylan and I just went back and listened to the one with Matt Brown. That went pretty good. It went a little sideways there at the end.
Shout out Moonshine Matt Brown.
That was fun. We had some technical difficulties for the first 50 minutes. That never happens. Like, that was crazy.
This has been an interesting couple days for us.
So ever since then, everything's been good. So that's very rare that stuff happens. It's your boy Big Sturge here trying to make everything happen here. So sometimes I make mistakes. So
it happens.
Well, you know,
we forgive you.
Jason, do you want to tag Matt in this? I got Farm to Bottle, Sean, Paps, and Tuck and Reds already, but
yes.
I cannot find Matt.
I'll hit Matt on this.
It's Moonshiner
Matt Brown. I'll hit him with it.
So we're going to start with Austin real fast because, Austin, it seems like it's been a while since you've been on here, and I saw you shaking that bottle at us on the what was going on there?
Which one? This bottle?
I think so, and you had another one too, I believe.
Oh, I had talking about that bottle.
And then you had another one.
Yep. Oh, yes. So here you go.
That's why I said you're starting. He picked up
all kinds of bottles. Yeah, you got to specify. So
that was the point.
Little preview and a upcoming. I've only got out to the studio one time live and in person, but we're gonna make it happen real soon.
Maybe this
Dylan,
week, right?
if you want, tag Poly Hollow Distillery because I am bringing a bottle of their single barrel reserve, Robert's Reserve, 92 proof, corn, barley, wheat mash bill, and also a 100 proof version of their Poly Hollow Moonshine. I'll be bringing that in the studio here soon. I've not opened the Moonshine yet. I had a sample. I did have a small sample of the single barrel.
I was going to say that looks open, brother.
How about this?
You know what? Quality assurance is what I'd like to refer to it as because I don't want to bring a subpar bottle in.
Oh, absolutely.
My brother Darren met these guys down in Kentucky at a festival. Got a bottle, chatted with the guy, got some contact info. Gave me a sample of it. I really like the single barrel I had. I like this one as well. Just a little teaser. But reached out to Josh Martin at Poly Hollow Distillery, and he was generous enough to send these 2 bottles our way.
So we need to add them right now on Facebook.
So I wonder if maybe the night that we have them on, would they be interested in zooming in?
We can figure that out.
Yeah, I can chat back with him and see if he wants to hop on. But Anthony,
I got a question real quick though. When you're done,
I was gonna say, can we coin today like Mash Bill Monday? I mean, that sounds like a good day.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
like
Austin, on that real
Nashville
quick,
Monday. I like that.
you'll have to figure out their exact name on Facebook. It is not coming up for me to tag them.
I'll get it.
tag them, Austin.
We'll have to figure that out and get
It'll
them
be
in
real.
here.
We
Yeah.
can get that real quick.
What proof is that moonshine, Austin?
Moonshine's 100 proof, and their single barrel is 92.
That's in my house.
Is that moonshine a corn? Do you know any info? Can you read it?
I believe it's 100% corn. I mean, that's what moonshine should. I mean, it should be 100% corn. That's true moonshine, but
You need to take a crack of that.
it does say original recipe proudly made in the Appalachian Mountains of Pike County, Kentucky.
Uh-oh.
Triple distilled and charcoal.
Show that bottle off. It looks kind of cool. It's like
And it's got a nice, nice little, really, just kind of.
they're making it look like a jug.
Handle.
That is cool.
Everybody knows what the X's on the bottles mean, correct?
No.
Medicinal, maybe?
So normally, I think like cartoons, a lot of times, like they depicted like if it had like 3 X's, it was deadly, something like that.
Okay.
The X is actually for how many times a product is distilled. So if it has 1X, 2X, 3X, 4X's, every X is a number of distillations the products went through. So theirs has, all their products have 3 X's on them, so they've been triple distilled.
Okay. Gotcha.
And Ian, you hit that right on the head. Ian Lowe said each X means distillation.
Yep.
So
That's what Austin said.
I thought it meant because it just was real dirty.
Yeah, like dirty as hell. Like West Coast video on Dirt Road dirty.
I
thought
figured
maybe
their
that was
distillery
some-
had a strip club. I don't know.
Do you remember West Coast
I
stuff?
thought that maybe it was some Ron Jeremy rollback water or something.
Uncle Joe, do you remember West Coast video?
With a curtain?
Yeah.
Of course.
My dad's like, "Where's Anthony?" I know exactly where he's at.
Back in
Get
that-
your ass out of that.
Get out of
room.
that room with the curtain.
Like, put a door on it.
You always forgot your parents could see what you rented on their account.
Yeah. Oh man, I miss. See, like, not to get off track, which is going to for a second,
Which we do.
which we do.
It happens.
But
this is off the wall, right?
damn it, I miss video stores.
Man, I don't. They could track all your info.
I miss them, dude.
Does anybody still have their Blockbuster card?
Joe, what was Video Joe's? Remember Video Joe's out by the mall?
I always went to West Coast because I was over here. I don't remember Video Joe's.
I worked at Popeye's Chicken up on Upper Valley Pike when I was 16, so I knew about Video Joe's.
Time out. Let's go back. There was a fucking Popeye's chicken here.
Or the Mexican joint.
And it was gone for how many years, and then it came back?
Yeah, the Greaser and Graber family, way back when in the 80s, brought Popeye's Chicken to Springfield, Ohio.
I just found out that we had a burger chef.
Oh, yeah, Burger Chef. It's where the Hardee's used to be on North Street.
Yeah, I was like,
I think
all
Hardee's
these.
bought Burger Chef because we had the same thing years and years ago.
Shout out to the 80s fast food restaurant.
No shit, man.
Wait, Ian Lowe just said, hold the fuck up. There was a Popeye's chicken here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Two
Is
big boys,
Ian,
man.
Is Big Easy from Springfield?
Yeah,
too?
what's a Big Easy? How you doing, buddy? You hop on sometime,
Yeah,
man.
shout out, brother.
Yeah, we would like to have you on sometime.
Yeah.
So let's backtrack a little bit here. Anthony,
Back to where we were going here.
back to
Just
what we
a shout
always.
out to fast food, like Uncle
Right.
Joe said. That's why I got to where I'm at.
So Anthony, how do we always start this?
Well, we started with Austin. We talked about what we were sipping on, and we just didn't know what jug he was sipping from.
Well, I wasn't sipping from that. To be fair, I was sipping from something else.
What were you sipping on?
So, for me, this is kind of a, I don't know, like an origin
Uncle
story.
Joey, why are you sighing like that?
That wasn't
That
me.
was someone just did the longest sigh.
I wasn't even near the mic, bro. That wasn't me.
Okay.
But this is like an origin story for me. Willett Family Estate 4-year rye. This is one of like the first, quote unquote big ryes. I mean, it's not a big rye because you can get it pretty readily available in a lot of places, but it's not a rye that you're just going to walk into any liquor store and find. So it's like a medium availability, I guess. But $50. I gave one for the. We haven't talked about this in a while either, Anthony. I gave one to the guy that won the fantasy football league.
Yeah, we've been holding off drinking it.
Oh, you gave it to him, but it's still sitting here.
I know.
Yeah.
Doug Ketterman, if you're listening, come get your fucking bottles or they're getting drank.
Ketterman, you're about to get a 90-day alert.
I like that.
90 days and one of these bottles. One of these bottles gets
30
cracked.
days.
30 days and one of these bottles gets cracked.
Austin, looky here.
There you go. Open it. I bet you won't. Hey, let's do it. Actually, guys, open it. We'll do a Willett Family Estate Rye review tonight. We haven't done that
We can't tonight. He's got 30 days. It begins today.
I want to bust it open, but we
Austin,
can't do that.
hold on.
We
I'll
can't
make
do
you a deal,
that.
Austin. Unless you have
Uncle
another
Joey.
one in your person right now that I will buy to replenish it, that's the only way we're opening it.
All right. So this is my favorite. This is hands down my favorite rye of all time.
Listen, I'm just going to say it right now. If Ian and Sean, if either one of you want on tonight, hop on. I don't give a shit.
Come on.
Come on over.
Anthony
Dylan's
or
monitoring
Ryan?
right now, so.
Yep.
What was that, Austin? Go ahead,
Dylan, I always keep extra bottles on hand, so I do have another one. So if you guys want to crack that one, I will replace it.
Yes.
Tonight?
Yes. Uncle Joey said,
I
get your
can't
ass in the
replace
car.
it tonight, but I will replace it at a future date here.
No. I mean,
Please,
cracking
when we
it
do the Poly
tonight.
Hollow.
Are we doing this?
I mean,
Do it.
No, timeout. I don't feel comfortable with it.
Let's wait.
Fine.
Let's
Austin,
wait. Let's wait.
How much is that bottle?
No. Not only that, we're
$50.
this got to be another night. We'll redo this on a whole other
Dude,
night.
yeah, we
Dylan.
got a
We're
whole
not
bunch
doing
of
this tonight.
yeah,
We've got stuff going on tonight.
Let's do that another time.
This bottle.
I know that, but I'm with Uncle Joey.
We had a mission tonight, so
Yeah. So
right.
way
now
to go, Dylan.
Austin did a good job trying to get it to happen though. Well done.
Austin, I commend your efforts.
That was well done.
I was about to Venmo him too.
So
Not to
all
say
right.
that
guys
it's
are
not
quick.
going to happen on another episode, just not tonight, boys.
So Ian said they're going live for Still Talking.
Oh yes, this Tuesday or Monday. They do Mondays, I think.
They said they're going at 9.
Gotcha. Hell yeah, cool.
So can we join them at 9? Ian, can we join you at 9? We'll get off here and we'll come there.
Well,
Why not?
I
You
bet.
guys come here now. We'll come there later.
You come to my
Come
house, I
together.
go to your house.
My mom
Uncle
said
Joey
that it was
may be-
okay as long as your mom said we could hang out.
That's right.
Uncle Joey may
We
be
get
in
some
his
best
own
friends?
basement at 9 o'clock.
That's fine. That's fine. Uncle Joey, what are you sipping on?
I made myself an old fashioned. You guys were already balls deep in your Coors Lights, and you guys didn't really seem like you were too interested in doing much else tonight. And I get that because we're sipping. But now Dylan has an old fashioned. But I made us old fashions with.
I was the only one that said no.
I was about to say, what do you mean,
Well,
you guys?
No, Dylan said no at first.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did because this was number 2. I drank. Dylan.
You asked if we wanted an old fashioned. I said yes.
No, Dylan, that was the second time I asked.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. I promise, because I already drank one. Anyway, Dylan has a bottle that I put together, the Poor Man's 4-grain, the Weltler Special Reserve, and the Old Graindale 114.
I'm calling the cops.
Uncle Joey, you're so off.
No,
You
listen.
only asked him one time.
No, when I first got here,
You didn't ask me anything.
you must have been deep in the game, bro.
No, I was
Listen,
I was sitting
promise,
right here.
This is my second old fashioned, man. This is my second one.
Listen,
I said,
Jason.
you boys want a drink?
Jason, I
guys
love
might
be
you.
as good
I
as
love
Dylan.
you.
Anthony said, "No, man, I'm good. I got my beer." You said, "No, man, I'm good."
No, I
I
didn't.
promise.
Jason, I love you, but
Okay.
you asked me one time and I said yes.
You must not have heard me, dude, because I made an old fashioned right when I got here.
You
my
might have
God.
came in and just made one.
All right, time out. Time
I
out.
said, "Does anybody want one?"
No, you didn't.
The mics are hot, so we can go back and listen. We already know. We already know.
I did it long before the mics were hot.
The mics are always hot in studio.
No, they're not.
They are. So, anyway,
Anyway.
so Dylan.
Dylan's drinking a Poor Man's 4-grain old fashioned, chocolate old fashioned.
I can't even think straight.
I'm drinking a just a straight old granddad old
Oh my
fashioned.
God.
When
What
have
are
I ever said no to an old fashioned?
What are you sipping on over here, Dylan?
Like Uncle Joey just said, I'm drinking a poor man's
4-grain.
or 4-grain poor man's old fashioned. I have a Coors Light, and then what do we have in our Glencairns?
So tonight, thank you to Tucker from Tuckin' Reds. He gave us a bottle to try tonight because we have another bottle of his corn whiskey that he didn't even know where the label came from. So he wanted to make sure his product was represented well. He gave me another bottle of his corn whiskey to try tonight. And like I said, it's a mixer. It's a solid mixer, but it's a corn whiskey. It's not a corn liquor. It's a corn whiskey. So shout out to Tuckin' Reds. We're going to give this a go tonight. It's an 80 proof corn whiskey.
All right.
And Lisa, we wanted to give you a shout out earlier, but it was not popping up
We're not sure how
for
you
us to
found
tag you. But thank you for sharing our stuff, and it's nice to have you on here.
Yeah, Lisa's been killing on sharing shit, man. She's cool.
Now that this has been in the glass for a little while, this Glen, and I know most moonshiners and such don't drink their shit from a Glen, but I like to do it for the smell. I like to get the smell from some of this moonshine.
You like to put your nose all up in it, and
I was like a corn.
I like this corn whiskey. It's light. It's light on the nose, but I like it. See, I've already tried this, so I enjoy this.
0 to 10 on a bourbon scale.
Well, that's a different. I can't. It's a low end. I'd say it's a 2 on the bourbon scale because it's really
scale,
light
I
on the
should say.
nose. Yeah, the Austin scale, it's light on the nose. It doesn't smell like a bourbon.
On the moonshine scale, let's change it up though.
On the corn whiskey moonshine scale, I think it's a solid 6, solid 7. It's not like his corn liquor. His corn liquor's got a little different smell to it. This is solid though. The longer it's sat in this Glen, I smell the corn. And
because I'm not gonna judge a craft beer the same way I judge a whiskey.
Absolutely not.
Correct.
No, I got you there.
Yeah.
So like I said,
I have 10 craft beers that they'd be a 0. So yeah, everything in proportion.
but I really like the way this smells. I'll give it a solid 7 on the nose as far as my corn whiskey, corn liquor.
I think I've been doing everything all wrong.
Let's hear it.
I think like when people tell me like a 0 to 10 scale, I don't think in my head like, am I thinking corn whiskey? Am I thinking bourbon? Am I thinking a rye? Am I thinking this?
You're just thinking if you like it or
smelling
not.
Is this 0 to 10? My scale, my limiter on the scale is the same for everything. Like, how do you like that bed? It's 0 to 10. Like, I'm like the enjoyableness.
I mean, I get
of
you
it.
there.
So,
I get you there.
on my fucking scale, general scale, like I don't
Like
have
your
a
nose.
I don't have a corn whiskey scale. I don't have a moonshine scale.
I get you.
It's got a scale,
Right.
and it's a 1.5,
I get you.
and it's a solid 1.5. This is not enjoyable by the smell. I honestly, I got the other one sitting back here, and I think it smells better. I think that
See.
the other one has more vanilla to a smell.
Oh, as far as the smell, like what you like. See, I get a lot of corn from this though.
I do too, but I also get some type of smell that I couldn't tell you what it is. It's like I don't know. It's almost like vinegar. It's weird,
I mean, I get you, but I don't want to say it's vinegar. It's
in my opinion.
yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah. So, Dylan, how do you think of the smell?
The smell I wasn't too high on. I would give the smell a 3. But then I went along and I tasted it, and I would agree. Like the last one I tasted from Tuckin' Red, I give this 8 on taste.
Dude, this is a solid. This taste is nice.
And Uncle Joey,
And the longer it sits, it gets room. Like in this glass, I think it gets a little better.
It's a 6.5 on taste.
It's solid.
You know what's interesting about
and
it?
you know
really
it's a mixer,
thick.
but
It's
we know
thick.
it's a mixer. Going into this, we know this is it comes in a plastic bottle. This is a mixer. This is at a bar or wherever this is made or served for. This is going to be mixed with something.
I think I could drink this.
I
just
could-
straight for sure.
Hey, shout out Tucker, man.
I don't like Tucker. I'll be honest. I don't like the smell. It's got a very unnatural smell in my opinion. But with that being said, the taste gives it a different smell for me now. You see what I'm
Do
saying?
you
Like,
get more
once I
corn
taste
in
it-
the smell now that you taste it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also get I really do get a whiskey taste to it. Like there's absolutely like that almost oaky, is it like that oaky,
Yeah.
that oaky whiskey.
And he gave us this bottle to try because we had the other bottle, and we all agreed that bottle just had an off taste to it, but it was very smooth.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You got to take some of this and
Yeah.
try." And I tell you what, Tuck, man, this is nice.
How much does this bottle run?
I have no idea. How much did it? This was
Hey, Tuck,
donated.
if you listen to it, how much is this bottle?
This was donated to the podcast for us to try and talk about and get the name out there, man.
I'm happy with the taste, man.
I'm very happy
I don't
with it.
see anything wrong with the taste.
And
Like,
we're
it's-
drinking it in a Glen like straight, which I'm sure this was never really intended. I mean,
Yeah, right.
maybe it was. I mean, but it's a solid mixer. I guarantee it.
So, Austin, I'm seeing you over there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Well, I'm gonna so you guys very back in 20s prohibition, things like that. There were the heads and the tails. We've talked about it on previous podcasts. Like heads and tails, if you drink them, you could die, you could physically go blind, you could have severe health effects.
Matt talked a little bit about that, about people that are allergic to bee stings. The heads can fuck with some of those people. My turn tonight.
Muted.
With the modern day distillation that is in place and the water quality and filtration that's in place now, heads and tails don't play as large of effect as they would have 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Tuck told me he throws all his heads away. He don't use them.
yeah, but that's the difference though, is people nowadays, if you got a little bit of, and that's might be what you guys had in the last bottle where it was a little bit off.
Possibly.
You might have had a little bit of
But
head
it
or
looked a
tail.
little off in color too. Like
It did.
It was probably a whole different
But
batch of whiskey.
Yeah, but from a health standpoint, it's not going to hurt you like it could have 100 years ago.
Yeah.
100 years ago, well, there was no internet, but you guys could have been doing this and transcribing on a piece of paper, and it would have never got out because you all three died because you had a little bit of head or tail.
Right.
But
Anthony,
water
swirl that
quality
around.
is a
mine's
lot better.
gone.
So
Oh, did you smash it?
Yeah, I liked it when I tasted
Hell
it.
yeah. Way to go.
Yeah, once I tasted it, I liked it, and then I was like, "Ooh, this is shot worthy."
So I'm kind of sitting there swirling it, letting it get a little warmer, and it definitely different flavors, man. It's a young, solid whiskey.
Have you put any on ice?
No, not yet.
I don't think I would want to.
Or
I honestly don't know how it would be on ice. I want to try it as a mixer though.
could you chill it without adding like ice and water? To
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Use like whiskey
I'd be
cubes.
interested in that.
just like a chilled drink.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
the bottle
If
in
you
the
put
freezer.
if you had a tumbler where you could put the
Yeah.
ice on the outside and shake it just to cool it,
Yeah,
or if you could put it in the fridge.
I think that's
freezer.
a good. That would be, dude. Could you imagine this ice cold? I bet it would be good.
That bottle in the refrigerator,
Put it in the
Yeah.
freezer.
refrigerator.
Because I don't want to put ice and proof it down. I
No,
don't
I
want
got
the
you
ice
there.
to melt and do that.
Whiskey
That would change it.
cubes.
But if you could get it cold,
I think you're
think you
missing the.
might.
Are you missing the point here?
No.
Dylan?
You
We
chill it
don't-
with
Yeah.
whiskey cubes.
We're just talking about like you
Yeah,
can
there you
chill
go.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could, but then you're gonna get it watered down.
No, you're not.
You talking about
Oh,
like
no, if you have gum cubes.
I hate the fucking things. I don't think it makes it colder. And then the
So
ice.
listen, I've had
the
all
ice
of
gets
those.
warm by the time it even.
I don't like I had the stainless steel cubes. They were terrible.
Yeah, they suck, man. We used to have them early on in here. Remember that, Uncle Joe? We had them in the freezer when I used to have like 10 fridges down here.
I had them too. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't good.
My kids bought them for me. Everybody thought they were great. I loved them. I was like, this is a kick-ass gift. Put them in the freezer, put them in my drink. I was like, I don't feel like it did anything. My drink was warm. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
weird.
I do know what you mean.
It was
Absolutely.
weird.
Do you know what he means?
Do you know
Dylan?
what it means? Do you
No,
know?
well, I'm
Maybe
saying
some
this. I don't know if
river
there's a
rocks.
big
There's a-
difference in the ones you said, like the stainless steel ones. Did you have the rocks too?
Yeah.
Yes, I've got the stones
I thought
too.
those stones were good,
Yeah. To me, it just.
Well, here's the bad thing
I
about the
don't like
stones.
but it's a one-time use.
Here's the bad thing about the stones. You get drunk, you forget them stones are in the glass. Them fit in your throat. Just saying.
do that. You have no gag reflex, Uncle Joey? Like,
about
they
to
don't
say-
fit in my throat.
That's
Do-
for another
do
episode,
you like
Austin.
open your throat to drink something?
I mean, I smashed the bottom of a drink, son. I mean, I ain't scared. I go balls deep.
Here's the problem. If you're
Sure.
getting too drunk and you forget they're in there and you swallow,
Oh, you're going to shit out rocks.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody does that, though.
Right. That's
Okay,
the first
so
I've heard of that.
Uncle Joey may have discovered an issue.
Oh, wait
the
a minute.
stones.
Uncle Joey
Or-
did this, man. This is a whole story.
I just saying, I had
Uncle
those
Jo-
rocks in a glass one night, and I might have had dark liquor in my cup, and I was like, you know what? It's late. I'm just going to smash this, and all those rocks came down, and one of them,
Came from a personal story.
one of them made it in, man.
Oh,
One
my
of them made it
God.
in, and it was.
No gag reflex.
Cheers.
Yeah.
You know what,
Yep.
Tucker, your corn whiskey,
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Hey, Anthony, I figured out how Uncle Joey makes friends so well.
I think we can all agree on that one.
Oh,
It's very
Sparkling,
clear now.
sparkling person. Ooh, I got butterscotch in that. Sparkling personality.
Yeah, let's change the subject. Good job.
No. I'll go back to
Squirrel.
that subject. Squirrel.
No,
No, I got butterscotch in the back of my palate.
Yeah, I bet you got something back there.
Okay, move.
You know what, Austin? You're lucky you're in Never
He'll be
Land.
here sooner than later.
I can't wait till Austin's here.
Me neither, man. Me
That's
neither.
fine.
We need to make sure it
That's
happens when
fine.
Dylan's here because Dylan wants to be a part of this.
I like
deal.
when all the boys are together.
Austin, you said
Mm-hmm.
if these guys are available, you said you could do Thursday evening. I get off at 3 on Thursday.
Boom,
Make it
boom,
happen.
boom. We'll make it happen.
I
All
mean,
right,
I have
so
to be back at work early on Friday,
Anyway.
but
Austin, what are you sipping on? We still haven't got past
We
that.
talked about it. No, we covered Willet. I had the 4-year,
Oh, it looked
like,
like
my
you
ordinance.
thought you poured
Yeah.
something else. I'm
Been
sorry.
here. What are
Everybody
you,
shout out,
Anthony,
Dan.
What are you sipping on, Anthony?
Well,
We have not covered you, sir.
I'm drinking Coors Light, and I'm actually thinking about getting a pour of Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel.
Do it.
there's also a shot behind you if you want
Because it
it.
sounded good.
Why does it sound good? That was
Dylan,
awful.
give that to him.
Got it. So
Uncle
here's
Joe, the one-
here's a Monday
one
night
thing-
shot. Here's a shot.
Yeah.
OGD
What is that?
114.
Does that
There
mean
you
it's 114 proof?
Yep.
That's
Hey.
actually, I mean, really.
It's
um,
sweet. You got
Uncle
your
Joe,
Coke? You got
what's,
your Coke
uh,
nearby?
I don't need that.
Yeah.
How was
Uncle
that?
Joey, what's old Granddad 114 cost? It ain't much, right?
How much?
Yeah,
It's
not
under 30
expensive.
bucks. It's
That
30
was a
bucks.
glorious shot.
For a 114. That's a solid.
It's
like
good.
really, we need to have an episode on Old Granddad
Sweet,
because they
baby.
have
Like,
it.
that's
Okay,
a
Austin.
sweet shot.
I think we need to have an episode where we do the old granddad 114 and the old granddad bottled in bond. Have you ever had
Well,
that? Have you ever had the bottled in bond?
That was my comment. We need to have an Old Granddad episode.
I was
they
blown
have
away.
Bottom bomb.
That
They have
was
the
what he said.
114. They have the 80 proof.
Well, he was
They
cutting
have
out. Sorry.
a special reserve. Like Old Granddad has a lot of offerings. Just people give it hate because of their well bottles.
Pabst Hilltop Distillery's in here, guys.
Chris, we love you, brother.
He actually just took a swig of your moonshine, so
Yep, that's how I start my episode. If
knock
I
'em stiff,
knock
right?
'em stiff, brother. I love you. Austin, old granddad bottled in bond absolutely floored me. I never had it. I'm in a couple different bourbon groups on Facebook. These guys talk about it, and it was what was in the laying next to my father when they found his body, unfortunately. But that's a whole nother episode. But
I'm sorry, that's terrible, dude.
it is what it is. He liked his old granddad. That's what Virgil
see why.
That's what Virgil D. Kendall drank too, I do believe. So it's a solid bottle, man. The OGD 114 and the bottled in bond. They make a nice product.
So that what I just took a shot of was Granddad 114, correct?
Yes, sir.
So just from that shot, I'm telling you right now, that was 114 proof, and
Smooth.
that's hot for me. That 114, whether anybody out there that listens to this show, they're
Number
like, "Oh,
wise, that's hot for
I
you.
can take Jack Daniel's Select Barrel or whatever it's called to the hatch, you know. Well, Anthony can't. Big Surge doesn't like that. This does not taste like 114. This has a sweet flavor to it. This is a gorgeous taste. I'm telling you, that was a pleasant shot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, their 80 proof is the well drink at a lot of bars.
Yes,
Really?
it is. Yep.
It gets a lot of hate for a lot of good reasons. Their 80 proof, Old Granddad does not water down well.
With
Yeah.
ice, it makes it so hot.
But
Is
you
it
can
weeded,
get their-
Austin?
I don't know their mash bill. I don't think they disclose their mash bill actually.
Oh.
But Old Granddad 80 is a well offering at a lot of bars. The bottle and bond's really not a bad bottle and bond for, I think it's like 18, 19 bucks.
Dude, it
in
is
my opinion.
solid.
Right
we're
there.
gonna have an OGD one
Yeah.
night.
Let's do it.
The 114 you can find, especially down in Kentucky, for under 35 easily.
I think it's under that here. Yeah.
Yeah. Every now and then you can find a Old Granddad cast strength. I actually
Ooh.
found one
I'd like to try
years
that.
ago I think it was like a 129 proof. I'm telling you, they don't tell you where they get it. It's a good product. It just doesn't proof down well.
So when you say proof down, Like
add water.
so they're taking that
Ice.
114, watering it down, and then because when I try to like drink stuff, I call it like that's too hot. I call it proofing down. Like I'll throw some water in it. I'll throw a little bit of ice in it. But sometimes it makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Like it'll make the flavor not enjoyable.
I think an ice cube and Eagle Rare is the worst decision ever.
I would agree.
So the kicker is when you quote unquote proof something down, however you add water to something, a chemical reaction does occur.
Mm-hmm.
When you add water, whether it be an ice cube or physically water at whatever temperature you want to do it, heat is generated because the alcohol reacts with the water. So if you add water too fast, it creates a lot of heat. It could kill flavoring. If you add ice, if you add water at 60 degrees, 80 degrees, 110 degrees, the way you proof something down with the water you apply, that makes a big difference in how that product gets proofed down and how it holds flavor. So something that you add an ice cube to and it quote unquote proofs down well, all right, it had a good chemical reaction. Something that you add an ice cube to and you think like, oh, that's disgusting with ice. Well, guess what? Go get some hot water and proof it down again. You might find that you really enjoyed it proofed down with hot water.
That's interesting.
So I'm curious, that's the same with Moonshine, Ian, Sean?
Damn it, Uncle Joey.
What?
That was my question next.
Sorry.
I was going to say, do people do this with moonshine? I've never had a chilled moonshine.
Anthony,
right?
you know my mouth is fast.
No, it was good, man. That was like solid.
We know your mouth is open.
You know what makes me proud is we were actually on the same page there.
Yep.
So, ACOB, do you know if they do this like with moonshine too? Ian, Sean, I know you guys may be listening.
Hey,
like,
I don't know how each individual company does it. I mean, I would think that they've done it multiple ways to figure out what works best for them. So,
and have you ever drank a moonshine on the rocks? I haven't.
No. Why?
I'm just curious.
No, hey. Actually, again, another spoiler alert, but I've got some moonshine cocktails planned and ready to go when we do the Poly Hollow, because moonshine cocktails, guys, are growing in popularity, and there are some bangers out there right now.
I know. There's about to be one out there, isn't there, Chris Lewis at Pabst Hilltop Distillery?
All right, your Uncle Joey cocktail.
Uncle Joey's lemon drop.
Plug it.
I just think that's awesome that you are correct.
Can we get a drink there called Big Sturge Coke and Shine?
Chris Lewis.
Because I love Coca-Cola.
Chris
with
Lewis, come on. We got to get Big Sturge in there on something, man.
Just Big Sturge's Coke and Shine.
Something.
Well, Pabst just put on here, we chill our shine, but don't add ice.
There you go.
So that would be throw it in the freezer, let it sit there, and then try it?
But they do add ice to their cocktail.
They probably have a very specific temperature at which they chill it. Like every company that's done heavy research, they know, or they should know, at what temperature does their, beverage proof down.
Now, Austin, let me ask you a serious question. Big Sturge's Coke and Shine is a good name for a drink, correct?
Don't worry about it. Pabst said we will come up with something for him.
Yeah, Big Sturge Coke and Shine. That people might be like, "What's Coke and Shine?"
Yeah, that's Anthony. I was going to ask. We need to turn off the live and ask some serious questions.
Anthony, we need to have an intervention.
All right.
Is it going to snow?
This is an intervention.
So yeah, is it going to snow? Is it snowing? No, we're just kidding. So here's an interesting thing that I've been wondering since we've, the moonshine business is all came about for us originally because of Dylan. Okay. Is that the Knock 'em Stiff?
Dan Gray and Dylan.
Yeah. So we had a live one time, and because, the only moonshine I'd ever had was from my father-in-law, who got it out of Moorhead, Kentucky, and we would get it wrapped up inside cellophane, and it looked like they were selling like moonshine jars, except they had liquid in them. So, I didn't know anything about it. Well, one time I grabbed the bottle up in a Geo Tracker on the way on 75. He's like, "Don't open that. We're at Target." And I was like, "Why are we at Target?" He's like, "Because we're driving a Geo Tracker with a soft top and we got moonshine in here." And
Hey,
like,
Anthony, what's a geo tracker with a soft top?
what?
What's a geo tracker with a soft top?
You don't know what that is?
They have convertible geo trackers.
They did back in
Yeah,
1992.
bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody was looking at us, dude. First off, I was 350 pounds then in a Geo tracker.
So Geo is tilting.
Yeah, it was definitely tilting. He was like 5'7" and 180 pounds.
Man,
So-
that's good shit.
But Uncle Joey, back to what I was saying, it was like, Moonshine was nothing to me really over the years, right? Other than that. And then Dylan got it hooked, linked up with Dan one time, and we have just gotten into great friendships with people in this Moonshine game.
The Moonshine community is awesome.
And I'll tell you right now, I will stick to it till the day that I die. I have had whiskey that's tasted the same from two different people. I have never tried Moonshine that was remotely close to each other.
And I would agree with that. Like you've seen me taste some and be like, no, I won't drink it.
I just don't think you like Shine in general.
Dylan's
That
not
was
a
good.
big Shine guy.
But you have had some where you were like, it tastes a little bit
Yeah.
different.
Did you like that corn whiskey, Dylan?
Yeah, that was
Hell
good.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
that was
man.
good stuff. I mean, like I said, the smell wasn't great for me, but the taste was good. I mean,
Shout out Tucker.
so, but go ahead, Austin. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, I was going to say, there are a lot of, if you talk to bourbon distillers, they can't anticipate what something tastes like for 12 years down the road.
Mhm.
They do that. Moonshine is its own thing, but they do taste their neutral grain spirit, and very gifted individuals, they have a way to anticipate, like this neutral grain spirit, which is not aged, I believe will be a good product for 8, 6, 12 years. Like there are guys like you talked about, like moonshines don't taste the same.
Mhm.
They taste a distillate, and they believe that with age that will become a very special whiskey or bourbon.
Well, that's
something of that nature.
I believe Chris Lewis said he's going to take some Knock 'em Stiff, which is a 3-grain Shine, and he's going to turn it into a bourbon. That's what he's going to use to put in a barrel. And yeah.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
wait for that,
No.
man.
Yeah, Chris,
That's good. Just some good shit already.
barrel that shit, Chris.
So here's a question that I have, and anybody can answer this. If Chris over at Paps Hilltop is there, or Ian, or anybody out there,
It
Matt
might be
Brown,
rolling with Still Talk right now.
I do have a question for you. I'm curious about, like, people do apple pies with moonshine, or they'll do some type of cocktail with it. Can you take moonshine and throw some fruit in it and put it back up, put it on the shelf, and it's not going to mold? You don't have to worry about getting sick. Like,
I think Matt might have answered that, Anthony.
what are you laughing at?
We
So-
might talk with that, or maybe
I was laughing because Austin, do you remember that jar that was in your fridge?
Oh yeah.
Explain that. There, it's
Which
funny you
one?
say that. The one that
Which one?
the one that took us like 3 hours to open.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
one that had
the blueberry.
the
No,
one that the
blueberry.
liquid literally did not taste like anything, but the fruits and everything in it was straight fucking shine.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
So-
good night.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Well, no, Anthony, I brought it on here. It was the blueberry one. Like we could not. So the sugar
Oh yeah,
from
you
the
did.
fruit
You had
still
to, that
exists.
blue. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So we couldn't open it here. Like we sat there and wrenched and wrenched. Finally, I had to go get a set of pliers.
you
to
didn't
open
do
this
hot
thing.
water.
It didn't work. Nothing
No
worked.
shit.
Nothing worked.
Hot water always
boiled
That
it.
sugar
Like,
acted
we
as a
boiled it.
glue.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. It's solidified. But I mean, that's the alcohol. Once we broke it, and you could see the layers in the liquid, like it takes a minute. And that's again a different skill because I'm just, I'm a guy in a garage with some moonshine and I threw some fruit in it. Guess what? Alcohol at 190 proof will just straight melt down fruit. Fruit's a lot of sugar. So
Oh, there's a
it
lot of-
melted
yeah.
down the fruit. The sugar went straight to the top, sealed the lid, especially when you're sitting there, tipping it up. And the sugar sat there and became a glue. But
Here's what I
yeah,
was
we-
wondering. Like, I have a bottle of moonshine, and I thought about throwing some oranges in it. And I just want what's going to happen if I throw oranges in that,
Do it.
Chris. If you're listening to this,
Do
is
it.
that something that is it safe to do? Like, is it gonna? I wouldn't think it would get moldy.
Yeah, I mean
right?
that's what I was bringing up. Not the one you're talking about, Austin, but what was the one
about
you
some
had
cherries?
Berries and cherries and you had a
the
few different.
cherries, blackberries.
Yeah,
So
that was in there
yeah,
for
so I,
probably what, a year or two.
I think that would be delicious because
Yeah.
it would be
everything
fermented
in,
fruit, right?
everything in my fridge outside is over a year, but it also is above 140 proof.
And it can't mold, right?
can
Like if
think
you
of-
open up, if you put fruit inside of a beer and let it sit, like it's gonna get
Yeah.
disgusting.
But no, that's what we're saying.
Did you have a beer thing going over here somewhere, Anthony, at one time?
No, that was
Old beer. You had old beer bottle or something. Never mind. Anyway.
So Anthony,
oh yeah, I do remember that now.
that bottle that was in his fridge was over a year old.
Yeah.
And the fruits that were in it were discolored at this point, but all the moonshine, like the alcohol,
It
went
just
out of the
blazed.
water or out of the liquid and went all into the fruits.
Yeah.
Like you could taste
So
some
the
liquid
alcohol-
and it was nothing.
Mm.
Yeah.
I guess your
The
mom
liquid
said
with
that
fruit, the
dad
fruit
does it
was-
all the time. So I guess your dad, is that your dad?
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
he adds fruit to his shine, or
Yeah.
okay.
Nice.
So yes, 100%
Uncle Joey,
do it.
You and I have been drinking a lot of shine lately because we've been enjoying the shit out of it.
I'll be honest.
But,
my
like-
bourbon palate is dwindling, brother.
Mine's not delending.
I like I like the corn shine, dude.
Paps,
I can't. Hold on.
Paps,
Hold on. Wrong one.
Paps.
This is me trying to say the word dindling.
I feel
What's that
like
word? How do you say it?
dwindling.
Hold on.
Dwindling.
I
Thank
feel
you.
like I'm more drawn to the corn liquor here lately. The corn shine. I really have maybe I'm a fat kid that just wants to eat.
No,
like
because
corn.
Uncle Joey, you know, I've always steered towards corn.
Yes, but I like the corn liquor, not the corn whiskey. I like the corn shine.
I like corny everything.
You like corn everything. Anthony's a huge corn whiskey
I
fan.
mean, I
Hey,
am.
Paps.
Shout out to a corn whiskey maker because Anthony
Hello.
is your man.
Hey, Uncle Joey.
Yes, sir.
Do you golf at all?
No, but I would love to learn. I'm left-handed.
All right. Well, let's go down. I'm left-handed too, so let's go down
What?
to
Whoa,
Bainbridge.
Austin, you are
believe-
left-handed.
Yeah, I am.
I need a set of clubs.
let's-
You have an extra set of clubs.
Oh yeah, I can get you set up. You're fine. But,
Austin, I love you,
Paps-
brother.
Paps Hilltop is down in Bainbridge, right?
Bainbridge, Ohio.
Yep. So they're experimenting with cherries. So let's make a day trip.
Hey, Dan, if
Um,
you want to hop on here and share some stuff before we hop off tonight.
Austin, you
He's on
do
here.
not know how excited I am that you just told me you were a left-handed golfer. I've been looking
Well.
at the Northridge Community garage sale page for 6 months for a set of left-handed used golf
Off the Wall
clubs.
Studios.
I love Off the Wall
I do
Studios.
too. I do too, man. Like, you know, it's really entertaining. Is I had is this entertaining or it's not? I don't know. So we had somebody comment or email us about our interview with. I don't even want to call it an interview with Matt. It was like hang out with Matt.
We just hung out with Matt.
They were like they said something about like he kind of got off the walls at the end and talked about some things that like a lot of people don't want to talk about, and I was like, well,
That's what we do
that's
here.
what we do. Like that's like
But listen,
you know,
what did we tell Matt when he walked in?
this is Off the Wall Studios. You can say what you want,
Whatever you want, and this
whether
is
we
your,
agree
this
or
is your
not. But
platform.
I thought
We-
Matt made some great points.
We don't have to agree with what you say, but this is your platform here,
Absolutely
correct,
is.
Mr. Sturgeon?
It is. I mean, this is why. I mean, I created this podcast years ago. You know, I started hanging out with Dylan. Dylan had the same. Is it inspiration?
Dylan don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Dylan. If you guys think I think things off the wall, Dylan really don't give a fuck.
We got a real
great.
Dylan in sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we're like Dylan.
Dylan,
We can't talk
Dylan,
about
Dylan,
that.
no.
Dylan's like, fuck yeah, we can. He's like, we'll talk about everything.
And Sturgeon, off the wall surgeon.
Yeah,
Um,
operating on you like I'm a surgeon.
said-
You better watch out because I make so much
Yeah.
money like I'm splurging.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey,
Freestyle.
that's the best. That's the best rap I got. Like, don't show me up on live.
But Austin, yes, I'm
They
down.
call me Dr. Sturgeon. I make so much money, I'm always splurging. You better watch your chick because I'm an operator like a surgeon. I live on the bottom of the ocean like a sea urchin. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just fucking around.
All right,
Just
I
F
have
it.
That
it
was
in
solid, though.
That's the same rap you gave me 3 weeks ago.
Doesn't matter.
Why call him out like that?
All right, so Paps. Or Uncle Joey. I think
Yes,
he
sir.
went with Paps, but
I'm going again.
some stiff bourbon from Paps Hilltop. He was talking about their bourbon. So, is this between Knock 'em Stiff, Pabst Hilltop, Uncle Joey. Like we have
Tucking Reds in the house, by the way.
it's a pentagon.
Fuck yeah, Tucker.
Like we're going like. So what's that connection? Knock 'em Stiff, bourbon, Pabst Hilltop, Uncle Joey, American whiskey. What is that connection? I'm confused. Guys, I've been absent for a couple weeks. I need that connection.
Okay, so I'm going to break it down. Are you ready? You're trying to figure out how we all know each other?
Go.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying
Dylan
to get
and
to.
Dan Gray.
And I think for the listeners.
Tied it in for you. So here's how it worked. So
We owe a lot of this to Dan Gray, man.
I'm going to tell you the life of American whiskey. You ready? So
Yeah.
I like it. Let's go.
The way we just went, we've turned a little
literally, so
Uncle Joey, it's your turn.
I created the American whiskey dream. It was to hop on a podcast, talk some shit no matter what, and have a few drinks. Dylan had the same inspiration, so he helped it come together.
And Anthony, where did we find this or found this at? The bar.
The bar at O'Connor's. I was like, you like that shit too? Well, I want to start this podcast.
With the coach.
So we started. Jason came in. Austin came in. Jake came in. We all have the same thing. So
family.
We were all brothers.
Absolutely.
So we started this thing where we were going live. Well, Dan Gray commented one night. Dylan did his thing that he does, and he commented back. We got with Dan Gray. We created a friendship with him. He became part of our brotherhood, and it just kept growing and growing and growing. So everything that's has come from this Farm to Bottle Festival. And then Uncle Joey went to these different places. I've never been to the Moonshine places. Uncle Joey's gone there. He went to Tuckin' Reds. He introduced himself because Dan was there one night, and he got locked in with them, and that's how we got with Matt Brown and Sean Rigsby. And, it's just all literally been – I call it the snowball effect.
I tell you what, these Moonshine guys are awesome. Shout out to every single one of you.
Oh, yeah.
Sean, Matt, Ian, Judd, we're about to have you on soon, Judd. You guys are awesome, man. We love what you guys do, the passion. You guys are making awesome
Tuck just
drink.
said moonshiners are a brotherhood. And it's interesting because Austin, I give my shirt off my back to Austin. Austin, I met through talking about whiskey in America. And I'll never forget when you said, Austin, that America, like, bourbon and moonshine founded America, and we had that whole episode on just the fact that it's so related, it's so it's the same.
Sign Tuckin' Red.
Shit, yeah. So we're pouring some more Tuckin' Red over here. So it is like I've just like even with you guys, I consider you guys brothers. So this is enjoyable. It's been fun, but that's kind of how American whiskey has linked up with these other guys. And it's all been through the moonshine business,
Lately it has been, yes.
Lately it's been a lot of moonshine.
It's been a heavy moonshine, but I think it's whiskey.
We're halfway deep in this bottle of corn whiskey, Tuck, if that tells you anything.
Were you going to say something, Dylan?
I was.
Go ahead, buddy.
So I'm working on something whiskey side.
Are you?
I am. So hopefully next week when we go live, I got a big surprise for you guys. It's going well so far.
Not like figure in the butt.
Don't. We're not talking about you opening your throat for a whiskey cube.
Oh, sorry.
We're talking about something enjoyable. Well, I mean, you might enjoy
Who said
it,
a
but
finger in the butt ain't enjoyable. Anyway, hold on.
DP is enjoyable for some.
but
Off the Wall Studios.
Okay, here we go. Hold on.
Yeah,
You guys
nailed
ready?
it.
I created this.
Repeat.
All right, so welcome back to American Whiskey. We're going into part 2 here, folks. So if you're still here, we can chit-chat, but a big star's got to take a pee break. I'm not going anywhere this time. Every time we do
Uncle
that,
Joey
we
will
never
talk
come
for
back.
Yeah, Uncle Joey will talk for a minute.
So just Uncle Joey's got some things to say. Let's talk about Farm to Bottle. Uncle Joey, can we talk about Farm to Bottle real fast?
all right.
Pull that up real fast. Pull the Farm to Bottle pulled up.
All right, I'm going to pull
Let's talk about it for a second. I got a pee break. Anybody else that needs a pee break that's listening, go ahead. Dan, if you want to join, you can out there before we get done here.
How do we accept Dan? Let's get Dan.
Dylan's our man behind the scenes. You guys don't realize that. So he makes that all happen.
So
I know apparently this side doesn't work without it.
That's a fact.
While Anthony has his hand down his pants, Farm to Bottle Festival, August 25th to the 27th, Clinton County Fairgrounds, Wilmington, Ohio. Man, there's going to be a little bit of everything. We got music. We got knives. We got glass blowing. We got food, and we got Catfish Cooley, and we got American whiskey. We got Sean Rigsby still talking. Man, we got so much that's going to be there. It's going to be a good time. If you haven't got your tickets, please reach out to Farm to Bottle, Dan Gray. Get your tickets through him. Get your campsites. Get anything you need. But please be there. Moonshiner Matt Brown, Sean Rigsby, Judd Henderson. Man, there's a list of us, and they're going to be there. Awesome Moonshiners. There's going to be...
Uncle Joey, you're really underselling. Like, I heard it this week. I went back and forth with the guy this week. He's like, oh, there's a lot of local bands that a lot of people don't want to know.
Oh, the local bands, they're going to be awesome.
Like, whatever. The point is, I don't think people understand how big the bourbon, moonshine, whiskey, I'm going to call it the revelation that's taking place right now. There are so many people.
I think this whole festival is going to kick ass.
If you think you've been to one distiller, you've been to them all because you went to, I don't know, maybe Buffalo Trace. I'm gonna toss that one out there because that's the first one everybody runs down to. But guess what? There are 12 layers to the whiskey trail. If you want to go see, Kentucky is a $400 million business. If you want to get a scratch of that surface and a little small town, Wilmington, Ohio, you want to see the Bourbon Trail, this is your entry point right here.
Yeah.
All right,
right now.
I'm
go
gonna
to Farm and Bottle. They're going to build stills. They're going to make moonshine. They're going to make whiskey. You can get a big hunk of the whiskey trail in Ohio.
In one spot.
Uncle
Uncle Joey, what do you want to? I know I can
got
see your brain.
Man, I'm chomping at the bit right now.
Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, real quick. Talk,
Not real quick. Not real quick. We told you to stop doing that.
No, real quick.
No, real quick. Hold
We
on.
love you, Dylan.
Oh, okay. He's pulling an Uncle Joey.
He's going to leave. Uncle Joey has left the studio.
He's got pissed. I can tell that you're over there brewing on something in your brain, Uncle Joey. I gotta hear it.
So this is just something that just kind of like slapped me, man. And I'm going to be, this is Uncle Joey getting deep and being real. I've been to a lot of Bourbon Trail distilleries, Buffalo Trace, Angel's Envy, Heaven Hill, Evan Williams. I've been to all these guys, and it's a cookie cutter. It's a cookie cutter tour.
Yeah.
Never, ever.
That was a fun time though. We
listen. I've enjoyed them.
You met my dad.
I love your dad. That trip. I'm gonna tell you what, Anthony. That trip will always mean deep to me because your dad was there. Me, you, Dylan, and your dad. My father has passed away, so anytime I can be with anybody that's close to me that's with their father, I really respect and love that trip. So what I'm saying is, I've been to Angel's Envy, Buffalo Trace, Heaven Hill, Evan Williams. I have never felt like I was a part of that. When I was at Tuck and Red's the other night, and he took my family back behind the scenes and explained his wine process and his whiskey process and his moonshine process, he was talking to us. Like, he's got so much passion. He's got so much love for what he does. And I'm sure every one of you moonshiners out there, you do this because you feel the same way.
Yeah.
But I just want to shout out to him.
So hold on real fast, Austin.
Just
Uncle Joey.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't a presentation.
No, it was from the heart, man.
Conversation.
Tucker was talking to me from his heart. He was telling me something that he loves to do.
So Dylan, real fast. I'm going to drop you real fast,
real quick,
because I know this has something to do with that. But what were you chomping at the bit there to say? We had to go with Uncle Joey because he was up next. So you're up now.
Like you said, you wanted somebody to get in here.
What we got?
Red from Tuck and Reds said, "Hell yeah, he wants to join us."
Fuck yeah, Tucker. Do you know about this? Where's Red coming from here?
I don't care if it's Tucker. I don't care if it's Red. I don't care if it's both of them. Let's get them both in here.
Big Easy. Got anybody.
We love you all, man.
We're all liquored up. We're ready for you guys.
But that experience down there at Tuck and Reds, you guys go down there. Yellow Springs, Ohio.
Can I chime in a little bit?
Absolutely.
Just since we're getting emotional here, and I want to say, when my old man was able to go with us, we were walking around and my dad, he's had back surgeries, knee surgeries. He just at the end there, he's like, I'm not going to that spot.
Yep.
And we went over to the side and we sat down.
That was a cool.
And you want to talk about just him and I sitting there in the middle of Buffalo Trace, watching like four random cats just randomly walking around in the back. Do you remember that?
Yep.
But we were sitting there and just talking about how much history whiskey has, the history behind it, from the people that have created it to the people that, mastered it to the people that made it at home, like including the moonshine and all of that. Just the amount of history that this brings to America. I mean, as a whole. So that's what I think is the coolest thing is people are like, why do you call it American whiskey? Is it like a political podcast? No, not necessarily.
No,
it's not a political podcast whatsoever. Really. I don't consider it, it's a America and whiskey. It's so hard for me to explain to people why I named it that. But do you think that how many people there created the Declaration of Independence and, our right? Do you think they were just standing around a circle and agreeing with each other the whole time? Nah, they were sipping on some moonshine, some beer, some wine, and they were trying to get down to the bottom of what made America great. So, at the end of the day, just whiskey in America, for me, America and whiskey, it all just comes together. It's just like,
fuck yes.
Yeah, you come together over a drink and you talk about whether the other person's drinking or not. It's just, there's just so much history there, and I fucking love it. I fucking love it, man.
Yep.
So, sorry if I tailed off there, but that's...
No, you Moonshine boys are awesome too, man. The conversations and...
Fucking Tuck over there in
Yellow Springs.
Like, he made a good point on Dylan. Did you see his comment? He said, why would you go to a big box when you have so many good places to get your liquor?
And it's clean. And it's clean. It's 100% clean. Everything they put in there, you know what it is. Sugar, corn, yeast. It's clean. Spring water. Clean.
Yeah.
It's a process, man.
Yes.
It's a process.
We can talk about issue one. You want to talk? Dylan, hey, Austin just texted the group.
Hey,
is this
I'm
okay to talk about it?
The question. All
Yes.
I'm doing is I'm asking the question.
Go ahead. If you're going to talk about it, you have to give your opinion on it.
No, so realistically, all I have seen from day one is, and I'm going to be the guy, I'm going to be the podium person, because that's what the people do in the presidential
soapbox. Get on your soapbox.
Yeah, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to issue points. I'm going to cut you out. Oh, nobody cuts anybody out because Hillary and Trump did that thing. But anyway, issue one. And again, our listeners, this is very state specific. Issue one, state of Ohio. Anthony, go.
Oh, I'm not starting out. You're starting out.
No, I'm the soapbox guy. I'm right here.
So issue one, let me make sure I got this right. I haven't even had time to look this up, but right now to pass a law, it's 50 plus one, right?
Oh, I saw that.
So now what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it a 60. You have to have 60%.
Yeah, vote no, issue one.
Right.
Immediately.
I'm voting yes for it.
And Uncle Joey, that's the video. Like every video says vote no.
I vote yes.
Yes.
I vote yes for that.
My initial suspicion.
I think it protects our children. It protects our schools. I think it protects, the little amount of information that you can get that is really raw is so difficult because people are pushing an agenda. So it's difficult to find
an agenda
good information. But I think if you vote yes and they pass this protects us later. I think this can help protect our children. I think this can protect us as Ohioans.
Anthony,
yes.
I'm gonna pause you because I feel like Dylan might have an opposite opinion.
Okay.
Dylan, what's your statement?
I have no idea what issue one is.
I just told you what it was.
I'm going to research it real quick and then come back to me.
Okay. Uncle Joey.
My only information.
Go ahead. He's on the soapbox.
If we're saving our kids.
So my whole thing is every video that I've seen on
it's vote no.
Public cable is vote no issue one.
Mm-hmm.
That raises a red flag for me. When public cable says vote no issue one, I'm like, Like,
I'd like your
there's a
opinion,
pause.
Austin.
No, well, no, that's my pause is like when all I see from a public source is vote no issue one. I'm like, I need to go research. Like, if the social media source, the engine, says vote no issue one, I want to go research it because there has not been a single social media source that says vote yes issue one. There are, if I only hear one side from a public video source, it's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
So now I want to go watch. The one issue, one thing was like, it's all about abortion. It's all about abortion. It's all about abortion. Yes, it's about abortion. They had this video. So yes, majority rules. Whatever they want to bend the rule to, they are talking about abortion, obviously, because that's what their social media feed is for. That's a YouTube feedback to it. It is a 50-50 today plus one, like Anthony, you said. It goes to a 60-40.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between a 51-49 versus a 60-40? I don't know. That is my challenge back to American whiskey.
Well,
We know. I have to further dig into research and read before I make an opinion.
well, what's the difference? Is it's going to take 60% to get that?
Well, that's
50.
what I'm challenging us as a voice of the people because we are right now. Let's be honest. We have a live following, Anthony. So we have a voice of the people. We have an influence. We need to back to the roots of American whiskey. We need to deep dive in here.
I think people vote no for this bill for one reason only.
Because it
And here's
scares
why.
them.
It's scared. Yes.
And that's it, Anthony. It
People
scares
vote
them.
no because they don't know enough, and change can be scary. They vote no for this because it sounds scary. Like, they don't know a lot, so why change it? Well, just because some of us don't know what this issue is, this is a big vote. This is a big vote. Like, you should, whether you agree yes or you agree no, when you go into a voter's box and you're voting yes or no for something like this, you should educate yourself and try to understand what is important. You know, when we vote no, are you supporting the rich people? Are you supporting the people that are trying to push stuff one way to the other?
So let's be honest. How many times have you gone into the voter box? And let's be 100% real. And sometimes you vote on things that you don't maybe really know.
Not often.
This isn't one of those things I think you should do that with.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's Uncle Joe. You're
That's
probably
all I was
right.
going with that.
There's probably a lot of people. Red is in our waiting room, by the way.
Red from Tucking Reds?
Yeah.
Come on, bring him on.
But that's
never
where I
met him.
stand. I would love to hear what other people have to say about that issue. I think Austin's brought ACOB has brought up a great conversation and a great debate even.
Is majority.
You bringing Red in?
Red's in.
Majority
Fuck
55
yeah, man.
is majority 60.
What's up, Red?
All right, Austin, we're going to change gears here real fast. So we got Red. So Tuck and Red, if you guys are familiar with this podcast and you've listened to the previous ones.
That's not Red. That's Tuck. He got way more beer than Red.
So, all right, hold on here, Austin.
That's
so
Red,
if you guys
brother.
have,
That's Red.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Right.
He's
So
one and only.
yeah, so I'm going to So if you guys are listeners of the podcast, you know Uncle Joey's been there a couple times. We've became friends with these guys. We're excited to have Red on.
Red's nice to meet you, brother.
So yeah, what's up, Red?
How we doing today?
We can't at least I can't complain.
Red,
Hey, Red, we're feeling good, brother, and part of it's your fault.
That's a good point.
Whoop, whoop.
Dylan, what you got to say over there, frown boy?
Red, you were cutting out a little bit there, but we understood. How are you guys doing tonight?
All right, so Uncle
Fellas,
Joey.
I'm out here.
Hold on.
Uncle Joey, we met Tuck before. This is
This is Red.
different character.
This is Red.
So, Red, you look like you're out in the country. And
Red's actually talking right now, and no one can hear him.
Nah, Red, you got bad signal, brother.
He's very country.
He's
But,
trying.
get
Red's
in
trying
here.
here.
Hold
You
up.
can see it.
I mean, Red's got a fantastic beard.
Red,
He's
your
running.
beard
First
is
off,
glorious,
you've
by
never
the
even
way.
mentioned mine, dude. I
It is.
His is
I
red,
was
though,
gonna say
brother.
something.
Red.
So is it because
I
I'm
really
black?
understand the red. It's clear. But if Red
Nah,
could
look
get
at him.
some Alphi, I'd love to hear how Red met Tuck, because this sounds like a good story. Because
It is a good story.
Yep.
Red, if there's anywhere you
If
can
you
go,
all would shut the fuck up and let Red talk, he might be able to get through this.
Yes, sir.
What I'm
No,
saying is,
he
if there's
has no
anywhere he
connection.
can go to get better service,
Just
yeah,
let him
quick.
talk.
He
It
has
might
no
take a
neck
second
tail.
for it to come through.
His neck tail is disconnected.
He gonna call us back.
All right, everybody, shut up, boys.
Uncle Joey's got
He's
pissed.
lagged a bit, so let him chat.
There he is.
look at that car.
He got him DeLorean. Let's go, Red.
That's an 80 Trans Am, my friend.
Holy shit! If you guys would shut your mouths, look, he can actually talk.
So look here, fellas. I suppose you touched on a couple of things that really piqued my interest. One of them, that moonshining is a brotherhood, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Are you hearing me loud and clear?
We hear you loud and clear, brother.
That's where it all starts. That's where it starts. If you go back to why fellas in America started making liquor, it was to take care of their families, take care of their communities. And that tradition's never stopped, at least not for the good chunk of us, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that's beautifully said, Red.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's what I was saying in the Red, when I don't know if
so many quality.
we're struggling here a bit, Red. It's the sound, brother. And I hate it because I love to have them on.
Anthony, that's really vibrant to the whiskey rebellion that did exist before the prohibition. Like, the people that made whiskey before prohibition, they didn't do it like, you didn't make alcohol because it was a profitable solution. Like, you made alcohol because the farmers can give you corn cobs, the farmers can give you beans, making alcohol was a way of
Life.
feeding family.
It was a way of life.
Yeah. Yes, you made good alcohol, but you made it because it fed your
Now,
family.
Austin, let's see if we can get Red here. Red, if you can hear, I know you got something to say. I'm going to wait about 10 seconds here, see if we can't get you chimed in.
Red looks like a Halo character.
So you just nailed it, right? And then the quality of that alcohol is your name, right? Everybody knew where to get that quality spirit, right? And the better you made that spirit, the more love you put into it, the more corn, the more meat you had on your table at the end of the day, right? And so that's why it's still a fiercely protected secret, right? We'll tell you all about how we make liquor, but we're not going to tell you everything.
Amen.
We appreciate what you will tell us, Red. It's nice to meet you, by the way, brother.
But
Yes,
Red,
sir.
you'll share your grain. You will do what you can to make sure, like you said, you're not going to give your secret away, but if you can feed 10 families and 10 families can realistically proof and do some grain, you will there is no selfishness in the moonshine community. You will make sure that 10 families are fed. That's what I've read from the whiskey family. You want to make sure everybody eats.
All right, Dylan, we got to interrupt
real
because
quick.
Tucker just commented.
Hey,
This
Red,
is
real
funny.
quick. Tuck said, tell that hillbilly he can't go live in the middle of nowhere.
That's a good
That's
one.
where I'm at.
So,
Thanks, fellas.
here's something that I think's interesting when we're talking about, just, the fact that, where are we at today as Americans. If we're hungry, I can borrow $5 from somebody and go to McDonald's. You don't have to have much to survive here in America. You can literally beg your way through living.
McDonald's, brother. What are you talking about? You come over to my house, I'll send you home with some farm-raised beef, chicken, and pork.
No, what I'm saying is, but nobody wants to go and do that shit, man. They want to. They don't want to travel out there. They got no car. How the fuck are they going to get there? You know, they want to be able to stand on the corner of a street and beg for money and then go. You know,
it's about feeding yourself, though, brother. It's about surviving. You got to be able to.
That's kind of my point. Like it's back in the day. You know, moonshine whiskey, like you could do a lot with that. People would trade that for a half a beef with the guy next door.
If you could make whiskey, you could feed your family.
What's that?
Back in the day, brother. What do you mean back in the day?
That's right now too. Yes, sir. Hey, Tucker's talked about it. Hey, I'll trade you some shine for some beef or some chicken or some pork.
I guess I was just speaking generally.
Right.
Yeah,
but a shared community was the purpose before.
Yes, sir.
Now it is. Today it's very much a me.
That's what I'm saying.
Me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir.
How can I serve me? It's not how can I serve us. That is the lost message of corporate America today.
Yeah, I mean, Red, I would love to come out there and live with you. I'm sure we could benefit each other, you know, but it's like, you know, when it comes down to making moonshine, it doesn't make itself. When it comes down to raising a healthy garden for, you know, these tools that it takes to be successful and help others, you know, like back in the day, like I would like to think like, you know, most people brought something to the table for the most part, I would think. Yeah. I would think most people brought something to the table, whether it's beef, corn, moonshine.
Go ahead, Red.
You brought something to the table.
Well, I just want to say that if you ever hear me, Tuck, or Mick talk about one another, you're going to hear us say Brother Tuck. You're going to hear us say Brother Red or Brother Mickey.
Maybe asshole Red, but brother at the same sentence.
For sure.
That's what connects.
That's what it's all about.
And we are a family, and it's not blood. It's a union that we've made through friendship and like-mindedness, and we're on this earth to take care of each other. Mm-hmm. And I am my brother's keeper, just like the Bible says.
Yes, sir.
And my children will be the same way.
And Red, it's funny you say that because I'm a very, very firm believer, and Anthony can attest to this the way me and him are. Family is more than fucking blood.
Tuck's made that clear, Red. Your family, brother. You, him, and Mick are brothers.
Absolutely.
You know, it's interesting when you talk about, you know, just family in general. You know, that family.
Anthony's my brother.
Yeah, I was adopted when I was 9, so it was like I had this whole entire family that was blood relatives, and you know, then I was adopted. I was never sure, like after I was adopted, you know, at first how it would go. Like I was like, this isn't my family. So I learned the definition of family.
Ain't always blood,
from the time
brother.
I was 9 years old on. I figured out what family was.
Yes, sir.
And it's love for one another. So it's, you know, of course, man. Like if my neighbor needs something, I'm there. We're there. This podcast, we've become brothers. You know,
absolutely.
It's funny. You listen to how, like, I don't know Red and Tuck's story. I'm sure it'd be interesting to hear, and I'm sure it's fucking amazing. But
they're
you know,
people, man.
Austin, Jake, Dylan. It's so funny how we all became here. But I'm gonna say this right now, Red. You guys have welcomed, your guys' community has welcomed us as a podcast of brothers into a world that we were not even interested in at first. I'll be completely honest, man.
We're wide open now, brother. We're all about it.
Yeah, you piqued our interest. You guys send an invite, and dude, it's so addictive. It's so cool because, you know, you go to Pabst Hilltop Distillery, you go to Tuck and Reds, you feel at home, man. You feel connected with you guys, man. Like it's
Tucker, welcome me.
Gravitating. It's a gravitating atmosphere. That's for fucking sure, man.
Tucker welcomed me from the moment I walked in, and he's talked about Red like Red was his brother, man. Mm-hmm. He has talked about Red, and I've had conversations with Tucker over the last couple of days, and he's got a deep love for Tucker and Mick, and the brotherhood that they got down there, man. So I respect that what you guys got, man.
Red, you're a little bit behind us, so I know you have something to say. What you got?
Yeah,
there,
go
brother?
ahead, Red.
Those are there's an extended family in that brotherhood, buddy. We got the preacher Bill, we got Frankie, we got Hank, our sales guy. I mean, it runs deep, bud. And
Fuck yeah, brother.
wearing your bibs, and just
And he's
Red
gone.
drop. That was it, man.
He's there.
No, he's not. He's
He's
gone.
gone.
You're
He's
on our
gone.
live. You're on our live.
He's
Damn
gone.
it.
No, I hope that Red wasn't not understand what I was saying. Like there's a part.
No,
Like,
Red's very aware. Like Red's got some high country in him.
yeah, but what I wasn't
Red's a
saying
good
like
dude, man.
you don't help a person in need. But what I'm saying is this country we've just all become in need. Everybody's
Yes.
become like people aren't growing gardens. Oh, why? Because I live in the city. Go look at my backyard.
Right.
Like, I'm just saying that there's been a shift over the years. Now we rely on Kroger's for our meat. We don't rely on the Moonshine guy down the road. Like, we don't have to rely on the Moonshine guy because now I can go to Keg and Cork and get my whiskey or my whatever. So I feel like the world was much simpler place when we relied on each other for life. Does that make sense at all?
It makes 100% sense because, like we hit earlier, it seems like people these days are just straight up, I want a handout, not what can I do for you to get what service you're going to do for me.
Oh, you're good, Red. I figured there you were in the middle of a good sentence too. I fucking hate that happened, man. But yeah, so I hope that made sense. But yeah, you guys have welcomed us in. I know Uncle Joey and we've enjoyed the Moonshine ourselves. But Dylan, we're working on you, buddy. We're working on you
What do you mean?
with the Moonshine.
Dude, I'm liking it.
All right.
He loved that corn liquor.
Yeah.
That we have, like, for the most point, like, you talk about people, like, there is a generation gap between, call it bourbon, call it whiskey, call it, what is moonshine? Moonshine is white, call it white lightning. People put a illegal just association with it. It's a bad word. Moonshine it started out as a bad word. It's not anymore. It has overcame.
They're
it.
good people, man.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
man.
they are.
That was the Outlaws, baby. Like
Yeah,
that.
these
I'll
guys
never
today-
forget, man. Riding down to Moorhead,
saying
Kentucky
that.
with my father-in-law, just felt like a fucking outlaw, dude. Like
Yes,
it was
sir.
cool. So, all right, guys, we're
All right,
gonna
let's wrap
we're
this
wrapping
up.
it up.
Oh,
We're wrapping
yeah.
it up right here. I appreciate everybody.
Thank you,
but
Red.
please do this podcast a favor. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We've had some haters out there, I guess, but
Share us on Facebook.
share us on Facebook. But the biggest thing right now, our boy Dan Gray is putting together a festival right down the street from Austin. Our boy ACOB. This thing's going to be
Prolific.
it's going to be amazing.
Epic.
It's the August 25th through the 27th at the Clinton County Fairgrounds in Wilmington, Ohio. This is a event that you'll be able to meet. Tuck or Red, are you going to be there? Tuck,
Yes,
are
sir.
you going
They'll
to
be
be there?
Yep.
Man.
Comment on here if you're going to be here. I know Jason says you're going to be here, but I want to hear it. Are you guys going to be there?
Matt,
So-
Sean, Judd Henderson.
There's going to be that. You guys have local, outside of that, you even have local food guys that are, living their life as, food vendors. We've got glass blowing, Dylan? We
Yep.
talked about that
Knife
one
making.
day. Knife making.
Shout out
Podcasting
Brian.
guys, like, just everything. You want to talk about community? Austin will tell you where they're at. It's in the middle of nowhere. This is community, man. You don't want to miss this.
Uncle Joey said he can blow hard and you can blow. I mean,
No, Uncle
Okay,
Joey
we're-
said he swallows things.
Yeah. So, but
right.
guys, so August 25th through the 27th, don't forget, we're going to be there. We're going to be camping there too. So
Yes, sir.
come on out. Say hi to the guys.
Come
stop
hang
by our
out, man.
tent. Stop.
Catfish Cooley.
Yeah, he'll be there. There's a good reason to go right there. So
Boom.
August 25th through the 27th, the Clinton County Fairgrounds, Wilmington, Ohio. So as always, guys,
3 million followers.
yeah, I'm Big Sturge.
I'm Justice League.
And I'm Uncle Joey.
Apparently, a cob.
And we are.
America.
Get the lights going, boys. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget, tune in next time for some awesome content. Watch us go from sober to not sober. We love you guys. We're glad you joined us. Don't forget, Far in the Bottle Festival, August 25th through 27th at the Clinton County Fairgrounds, Wilmington, Ohio. And we will see you there.
See ya. Thank you, Tuck and Reds.
Bye, guys.